Good afternoon and a warm welcome back to Renfrewshire in Scotland on the outskirts of Glasgow. Paisley sits nearby, providing some fine architecture and shopping opportunities. The River Clyde was once the home of many shipyards, but has made way for new developments and leisure facilities, including the Braehead shopping centre, where the Braehead Arena lies, hosting the 2016 Gruyère European Curling Championships. My name is Logan Gray, and alongside me, three-time Scottish curling champion Kenny Edwards. And our featured game here in session 3 will be from the men's event, and Germany versus Russia will be the focus. Good afternoon, Kenny.
Good afternoon, Logan. So the German team lineup is Andy Kapp at skip, Daniel Herberg playing second and taking control of the head, Manuel Walter playing third rocks, and Alexander Baumann.
And the Russian team led by Artur Ali, second player Tim Gajihano, third player Alexei Stukalski, and the skip Alexei Timofev. Well, this is how they stack up after the first two sessions. Switzerland and Sweden still the only two undefeated teams. Austria, Denmark, Italy all on 1 win and 1 loss, alongside Norway, Russia and Scotland. And Finland and Germany not off the mark quite yet, but maybe they'll pick up their first victory here in session 3. And there's the other matchups here in this third session. Switzerland against Finland on sheet A, Sweden against Scotland on sheet C, Austria versus Italy on sheet D, and Norway versus Denmark on sheet E. So Germany will be playing the red stones and wearing the red tops. Russia will be playing the yellow stones and wearing the grey tops. It'll be Russia to start the game, having lost out on the draw shot challenge during practice. And this is Russian lead Artur Ali. This is his first senior event, Kenny.
Yeah, it's his first senior event, but he has been in around the sort of European circuit for a number of years now. Formerly a skip himself, but making the move down to lead this season.
Well, he's got a pretty formidable opponent here. This is the German curling legend, Andy Kapp, making a return to the big stage here in Braehead. So an interesting tactic here. Well, Russia through the centre guard, and Andy Kapp trying to throw the wing. Just slips through.
Yeah, it's a strange call that, really, to be honest. Maybe just points out how Germany are going to approach this game. Maybe try and keep it really tight, not have too many stones in play.
So here is Artur, the 22-year-old, said first international experience at the senior level. He's played in 5 junior championships before. The peak of his career was winning the silver medal at the World Juniors in 2013. So a nice come around there, but you see that centre guard just over the hog line, very long and not really in play at the moment. Andy Kapp very much a surprise inclusion for a lot of us here. The 48-year-old said he'd retired a few years ago, and I did have a quick chat with the German guys before the game just to find out what the thinking was, whether it was the smell of the Olympics that has brought him back, but I'm told that it's largely down to injury problems. Sebastian Schweitzer, who normally plays lead for this Alexander Baumann team, is injured at the moment, and one of the other players has chosen to go on an exchange to the United States to study for a year, so not much opportunity to train with the team there. Just a reminder of the rules of play there: 6 ends minimum, 38 minutes of thinking time for each team, and 1 minute timeout available.
Yeah, Andy Kapp, familiar face at the European Championships over the years. 2-time winner of this title.
So Tim Gagicano just slips to the back of the rings here.
Here's Daniel Herberg. He's another player that's got a lot of experience. Again, also a 2-time winner of the European Championships, way back in 2004 and 2002.
Likes to dabble with the commentary a little bit as well. Does some work for German Eurosport.
Yeah, he's a familiar face up here on the media bench.
Just glances the top one, and that'll push it out into the open a little bit. May just have needed that touch just to take some of the pace out of it as well. So here's another look at it. Despite all this huffing and puffing and swooping to get it past this Yellowstone, just touches it on the way by and springs it out into the open. So takeout available here for Gagicano. Well, nicely done, gets the nose and pushes it through. So Kenny, just as we're going through the kind of opening exchanges here, how do you think this one's going to pan out? Is probably quite new teams in some ways to the championships.
Yeah, certainly new team lineups, but there's a lot of experience on the German side. Maybe not at the peak of their careers now, most of these guys, but they're certainly on their day. They can play every shot in the book. I think this young Russian side will pose some challenges for Germany.
Oh, lovely shot there. Daniel Herberg manages to hide his redstone in behind that yellow. So here's a first look at Alexei Stukalski. Familiar face on the international stage over the last 6 or 7 years or so. Never medaled at the Europeans in his first 8 attempts. Best finish in 2012 when they came 5th. That was in Karlstad in Sweden. Has been throwing the 4th stones for a little while as well for this team. How much do you think Andy Kapp will enjoy being back out there and competing?
Certainly think he'll enjoy being at the event. I'm not sure he'll enjoy it towards the end of the week. I had a bit of chat with him earlier. Just he's maybe not in the greatest physical shape coming into this championships. Maybe hasn't trained as much as he would like. But I think he'll love and he'll relish being back out there challenging these younger teams and these new kids on the block.
Oh, it's definitely great to see him lending a helping hand to bringing some of these players of the next generation through, ensuring the future of German curling.
Контроль! О, много линий! 4, вес супер! Ребята, можно ждать линию! Супер! Контроль, только вес! 4! Только вес! Вес супер! Линия вошла! Вес супер! Много линий! Сам вес! Артур первый! Контакт! О, контакт нельзя!
Going for the face here. Nice to see lots of stones here in the first end.
Еще! Супер!
Yeah, I think it's kind of going against what Germany would like. I think we can see enough of this yellow at the top of the 8 foot to maybe play the double. Even if you take the yellow right into the face of the other yellow, you're going to be sitting your 2 in behind the guard.
Das ist am besten. 0. Wo willst du treffen?
Just questioning what weight they're going to play at this one. Don't think it'll be too heavy, maybe around hack. Looking to try and get to the nose.
Well, I think although Germany lying in shot position, you do sense a little bit of danger here. So you're going to just try and tidy things up a little bit. There's the Russians who have their stones in front of the tee line in much more usable positions.
Yeah, a little bit heavier as they would have liked, I think.
Stay. Stay, не хочешь?
Just didn't curl enough with that extra weight.
Бэк. Просто толкнуть? Да. А в дабл нет, что ли? Вообще есть. Мне тоже дабл нравится, честно. А мы это что сейчас сделаем? Я просто немножко не понимаю. Лех, он много торчит отсюда. Торчит много, можно дабл попробовать колодкой. Какой вес? Ну, Лех, бордом хотя бы, Лех. Лайтборд! Иди сюда.
Well, certainly a lot of pondering here in the first end. Timofev making his way back to the house to reevaluate the situation.
Yeah, I certainly think that the freeze is there. I think what he is worried about is trying to come down, catching his own yellow first.
У него лучше останется же. У него же лучше все равно останется. То есть ты хочешь два попробовать убрать? Ну да, попробуй. Борт. Лайтборд, борт. Поменьше давай.
It might actually be easier coming down and promoting your own yellow on the in-turn rather than coming down the out-turn side.
Да, есть угол.
So probably about 2/3 to 3/4 of the stone seen from the hack. That high guard just a little bit in the eye line here for Alexei Timofev. Alexei playing in his first European Championships as well.
Did a lot of weight at this. But great result.
Yeah, it doesn't manage to clear either red from the house, but still a fantastic result. Russia now lying 3 here in the first end. Here's another look at it. Didn't think it quite curled enough, but he got it absolutely spot on to spread them and get them out of that 8-foot circle. Alex Baumann really needs to get to the nose here. He doesn't manage to do so. Now Russia lying 2 on the centre line.
Yeah, it's really disastrous shot that. You see the yellow in behind that long centre guard. This is going to be tricky now. Probably going to be drawn against 2 or 3 here in this first end. Not a great way to start the game.
Kenny, how much of a different proposition do you think it is for Alex Baumann having to throw and sweep when he's throwing the last stones? Of course, he was just skipping and throwing before.
I certainly think it's going to change the way you perform. But Alex is fairly fit. He's able to slow his heart rate back down following sweeping to get himself in the right frame of mind. I don't think it should pose too many issues for the young German skip.
So here's Alexei Timofeyev. Lives in St. Petersburg. Plays out of the Adamant Curling Club. He's only played the mixed internationals in the past. Came 10th at the World Mixed this year in Basel.
Just a little bit too heavy, drifting to the back of the tee line. That makes Alex Baumann's draw a lot easier. But facing 3 in the first end is not where you want to be. So final stone of this first end. Alex Baumann just looking for a piece of the 1 foot.
8-9 is the call at the moment. 8-9 would indicate towards the back of the house.
This one's got a long way to pull.
I think they've judged this well. Rears up just in time to get one. Uses the backing, and Germany get off in one there. Lying 3 against, but coolly drawn to the forfeit there by German fourth player Alex Baumann. After one end, it's Germany 1, Russia 0.
Да, форс. Что, с боковым? Да, второй. Если он гард? За гард. За гард повезем. Easy, easy. Sieht lang aus. Ja. Länger. Geht jetzt runter.
Second end. And a cap just slipping past the tee line with the first stone of the end for Germany. Score of 1 in the first end after a delightful draw by Alex Baumann. That was a good example there in the first end, Kenny, of the power of the last stone advantage.
Yeah, it was Russia who really did apply some pressure there in the first end and forced Germany to play against 3.
Well, another very long guard there. Don't know whether the Russian lead is struggling to get his weight or whether he might have a bit of a slow stone out there. Sure, we'll work that out as the game goes on.
I think we'll see Germany play this game in the house. Don't think they want to get too involved.
Well, absolutely, they're taking a very defensive approach, I would say, so far. That corner guard at the bottom of the screen, just it's on a good line there, just a little bit too far from the house. So even if Artur Ali made a nice come around here, it should be reasonably accessible for the Germans. Oh, actually, it looks like they're playing a takeout here rather than the drop.
They're going to have to go hard. It's beginning to pull this one.
Well, played quite a lot of weight there and moved things around. And they've rolled right over towards that corner guard, so a nice shot there. So we'll keep you up to date with what's happening elsewhere here in session 3. Just a reminder of the matchups along the bottom there. Italy, the only multiple point scorer in the first end, with a 2 over Austria. Here's Daniel Herberg trying to make a takeout around the outside of this high guard. And Germany off to a losing start in both of their first 2 appearances this week. How important is it for them to get a win today?
I think it's really important, Logan, because if you don't start picking up wins now, they could be facing dropping down into the B division. The run up to the Olympics, it's really key to be at the World Championships. And if you drop out, the opportunity to get to the World Championships just isn't there. So there's a lot of funding, etc. Revolves around qualification for the Olympics now. So I think they will be maybe feeling they have to certainly pick up a win today at least.
I think it's one of the great things about the European Championships in comparison to the World Championship is that there is always something to play for right until the very last stone comes to rest. Whether it's medals, making the playoffs, finishing in the top 8 to go to the Worlds, securing your position in next year's A Championship and not being relegated to the Bs. And there's, of course, at the B Championship, there's an opportunity for potentially 3 teams to be promoted. It's such an aggressive and promotion and relegation system in the event. So really is a fascinating event, and it'd be great to see how it pans out this week here at the Braehead Arena.
Славый! Контроль! Славый! Свип! Свип! Славый! Свип! Свип линия!
Yeah, so Russia with opportunity to get the house spread.
Супер!
And set 2.
Erst wieder zusammenbringen, die Steine. Schönen Roll. 0.
Well, I've not seen a lot of this Russian team in this season, Kenny, but one of the things that I've identified so far in this game is that They throw their takeouts quite hard. They really put themselves under a bit of pressure to make those hitting sticks extremely accurately. And we saw Sweden's Anna Hasselborg and her team kind of falling foul of that earlier on with certain misses. Speaking of certain misses, that's a huge one there by the German side.
Yeah, can't really afford to be missing it by that margin here at the European Championships.
Yeah, big mistake there by Manuel Walter. And now a chance for Russia to lie 3 again, this time with the last stone. No guards in play. Russia definitely getting the upper hand here in the early stages.
Yeah, they certainly started the sharper.
Поменяться! Без контакта! Давай! Нет!
This one looks pretty good from Stakalski.
There's the German coach, Martin Beiser. Doesn't look too concerned at the moment, but he knows his team's been up against it in the first 2 ends here. Not too much damage done in the scoreboard yet, though. There's his opposite number, Alexander Kozyrev.
So throwing some heat at this one, looking to spray both the yellows.
Well, gets one. Has he got the second one? Handicap's going to try and get it out there. Yeah. Well, it's amazing, isn't it? You miss a wide open takeout your first one, and then your second you pull off a double like that. Super recovery there. So that's done a long way over, and Handicap doing his best to help it out the side door.
Go! Линии больше! Линия супер, ребят! Можно ждать, мне кажется! Вес делайте, только вес! Не бросай!
Russia will just split the house once again, though.
Артур первый! Артур!
Уже есть вес, теплёс уже нельзя.
Все.
Нельзя вес вообще поднять.
Ну что, хорош!
Oh, perfectly placed there by Stukalski. I think there'll be a double takeout opportunity this time for Germany. No stone's pretty much flat right across the tee line.
Immer den Roll zur Mitte, sag ich, ja?
Ja, klar.
Okay. Schnell!
Wegen mehr?
Bisschen mehr, oder? Bisschen mehr! 90!
90.
So Alexander Baumann just looking to hit and roll across to the centre line. Doesn't quite manage it, so I think we'll just see Russia come down and draw into the 8 foot.
Там зона не очень большая, чтобы провести.
Тилайн!
Но хотя белый, это нормально.
Белая просто на Тилайн. Давай ближе! Лех, так щетку?
Да? Ты чуть больше, чем Лехи поставил?
Чуть-чуть, да.
Ага, все, окей. Слушай, едет хорошо, да?
Да. Линия отличная! Лех, держал?
Нет.
Вот
Alexei
ребят, отличная линия!
Timofeев
Линия
looking
супер,
to
только вес, мужики!
just get some separation between the yellow rocks.
Нет, супер вес, Все, поднять, ребята, сильно идет линия сама. Вот сюда,
That really is a great shot. No opportunity for a double takeout.
Well, you know, Kenny, I don't think Russia are doing anything spectacular, but they're definitely doing the simple things well at the moment. Over on sheet A, here's Switzerland and Finland. Switzerland undefeated so far. Finland yet to get off the mark. Benoit Schwartz throwing final stones.
No. Attention. Whoa. Attention. Oui. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, looking to drive this red up onto the yellow. Ah, it's a great shot.
Sticks it as well. And how many is that, I wonder? Looks like 2. Could be 3. It is a 2. And after 2 ends, Switzerland take the lead. Switzerland 2, Finland 1. Yeah, so right next door. So much going on round about you, Kenny. It's 5 lanes. And they really, I can't think of too many sports like it, where you have your game that's going on, and then right next door there's another 2 teams doing battle, and your other side there's another 2 teams doing battle. It's really quite unique. So back in our featured game, here's Alexei Timofev. Final stone in the second end, just needs to find the 8-foot for a deuce to give Russia an early lead here.
Not too worried about this one. Drops that one right onto the button. And it will be a score of 2. So they now lead Germany 2-1 after 2 ends.
Just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a 3rd one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
If you've just joined us, you're watching live coverage of the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2016, live from the Braehead Arena in Renfrewshire, Scotland. My name is Logan Grain, alongside me 3-time Scottish champion Kenny Edwards. And Kenny, what's your thoughts on the opening exchanges here?
It's certainly been Russia who've started the more positive, got to grips with ice pretty quickly. Weight control's been quite superb the opening couple of ends. Germany, I think what we've seen from their tactics is they don't really want to get involved with too many stones lying around. They want to keep it pretty clean and tidy. Whereas the Russians are more than comfortable having a lot of stones in play.
Are you surprised by that approach from Germany?
A little bit, going on the experience of these guys. Like Andy Kapp and Daniel Herberg have been around for a couple of decades in the sport.
Надо ближе. Близко надо. Линия супер. Давай, поближе надо. Линия супер. Давай, парни. Надо ближе. Линия супер. Еще надо. Все, супер. Хорош.
This is some good setup play from Russia. Would have liked it a little bit closer to the centre line.
So here's a first look at the hog-to-hog split timer. Earlier on this morning, we were looking at about 14.2 seconds to the T-line. This is 14.1, so maybe the ice a little bit slicker this afternoon than it was this morning.
Yeah, that one just slipping to the back ring. But at some point, you've got to expect Andy Kapp and this German side to really go after the Russians, get some stones in play, try and score multiple points.
Давай, давай, линия супер.
Линия идеально, свип. Контроль веса.
Вес до конца. Свип, линия. Давай, давай, линия супер. 4 будет. Давай, давай, давай.
14.7, so
Внимательнее
that'll
вес,
definitely be short of the T-line. Sweepers have worked that all the way down. Wow, it's getting quicker and quicker down there. Overswept by Russia.
Нет, 4 до.
It really is a race now between Russia and Germany to get a stone in front of the T-line. Whoever can do it first will take the upper hand here in the third end.
Super. 90. Ja. Zum Schluss. Alleine, alleine. Wenn er nur Manuel. 7. Bisschen. Oh, nein, nein, nur alleine. 7. Er braucht nichts. Alleine. Jetzt kommt er. 7 hat er dicke. Nein, 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 alleine. Ich freeze. Ich freeze.
And this looks perfect from Daniel Herberg. Just bounces off slightly though, but finds a good spot.
Der war 90. 90. Тилай, сам вес, сам. О, много линий.
Больше линии, больше поднять. Поднять.
Это бэклайн. Бэклайн.
Well, the Sweepers are not standing at attention at the moment. Just begging for it to sit. Oh, that's a huge mistake there by Gagiano. So that's 4 or 5 stones in a row that have drifted past the T-line. Danny Herberg will be looking to try and get one in around the front of the 8-foot circle here. He likes to give it a good burrow, Kenny.
Yeah, a lot of rotation in this one. What you'll tend to find is the more rotation you give, the straighter the stone will go.
Well, it doesn't quite get down in to contention for scoring, but does manage to get one in front of the T-line on that quick track down towards the away end.
Фриз! Линия супер! Фриз, только линия! Свип-линия! Вес! Свип-линия! Весу больше! Ждать надо! Контроль!
Well, this is quite a tough draw here for Russia. You really need to get it down there locked onto the shot stone. Is it by the top one? It isn't, just glances. And that's now wide open for Germany to play a takeout on it.
Хороший вес, Лев. Пораньше надо было.
Шел вообще на красный камень, а потом резко взял и свалил.
Well, even with all that sweeping, they couldn't get it past that top stone, just couldn't keep it quite straight enough. It was a tough ask.
50.
Walter almost looking a little bit pained on his way out there.
This one is really curling hard.
I can only think that he's got a bad stone there, Kenny. We saw in the last end he missed by a country mile on the inside, and that one seemed to have no pace and over curled by about a foot as well. So hopefully the Germans are going to pick up on that.
That was a big opportunity. The big one missed.
So two experienced heads in the camp just having a quick discussion. So important, that communication process.
It's quite a large pocket Stakalski has. You can even play the tap on the yellow. Should this one sit a little bit high, I think that's maybe why they're sweeping it now.
He's got a nice line here. Oh, lovely stone here by Alexei Stukalski. Makes the freeze. Russia lying one after that huge miss by Manuel Walter. Here's another look with the last one. They just glanced the top one, made the correct adjustments here. Beautifully guides it between those two stones at the front of the house.
So has he thrown this one a little high? Oh, great shot. Picks the two yellows out of play.
Well, that's two ends in a row he's done that. Made a right mess of his first one and then pulled out an absolute beauty with his second one. Sure, he'd like to be able to play a slightly easier shot with the second one in future ends. Great slash double.
Фриз! Линия отличная, ребят! Фриз! Вес фриз! Линия отличная! Линия фриз! Вес можно! Можно вес! Линия новая! Вес фриз! Легко! Линия!
Just persuading this one down in. This one's swinging really hard. Another great shot. The Russians seem to have got their weight control perfect really quickly in this game.
Я просто думал, вес сильнее. Так там можно же...
Стой! Стой!
Genau. Ja, das sind beides Optionen. Mit Legen würden wir auch schauen.
Freeze hat er den Double dann design.
Okay.
Var det bakkant?
Ja.
Genau, Dolly.
Ja.
So Alexander Baumann just going to try and follow that one down into the 4-foot area.
Linie! 8, 9! Nur Linie! Nur Linie!
Just sneaks past the yellow and leaves it wide open.
Well, if Russia could ever pile another one in on top there, then maybe a steal of two on the cards. They've already got a good one in there. It's well buried, that yellow stone on the button, and behind those 2 stones at the front of the house. I've seen a lot of curl late as the stones start to grind to a halt. So a good opportunity here. He's just played it as well.
This one's looking really, really good.
Давай, давай! Свип, Тимур, Тимур! Свип! Давай, 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 давай! Свип!
Left it short. Just doesn't quite do enough.
Да я не знаю, чего ждали.
Well, it looks like Germany lying in second shot position, and they're just eyeing up that red stone on the right-hand side of your picture, looking at the possibility of a half-stone double onto the yellow stone in the button. But is that red guard in the way? Just a reminder, Germany throwing the red stones and Russia throwing the yellows. And Germany lying in second shot at the moment, so maybe they can bring that stone at the back of the forefoot into play here with this big double takeout attempt.
Alex, 60!
60!
So it's just around, maybe under half stone, just looking to catch it, run right across and push the yellow through.
They'll have to get quite close to the red guard on the inside here. Oh, looks pretty close. Has he done enough? Oh, just hits a fraction high and spins up off it. Great attempt there by Alex Baumann. It's going to be a steal of 1 in the third end for Russia. Just a fraction out there for Alex Baumann. Here's another look.
Just needed to curl maybe an inch more and he would have picked up 2.
Super effort, but no reward really. And after 3 ends, it's Russia 3, Germany 1.
Суперлиния!
Хороший вес. 4. Итак.
Давай, только вес, только вес.
Пока полегче.
Он съедет, опять съедет, наверное. Вот сюда съедет.
Вращение теряет.
26 можно оставить?
Fourth end, Russia leading Germany by 3 shots to 1.
Он как-то мягко
And
отпускает.
coming up a bit shy here, they would have liked that one down
Нормально, нормально.
into the forefoot circle.
Вторым повезем.
Daniel Herberg in the house and Andy Cap in the hack. Hasn't made a great start to the game, Andy Cap, but I'm sure his class will start to show through.
Right here. Okay. Wunderbar. Good.
Здесь постановка. Здесь посильнее. Здесь не катали сейчас долго. Да.
Artur Ali with a 72% average for the tournament thus far through the first 2 games.
Пока надо ждать. Внимательно смотри, здесь может не катанный.
Легко, легко, легко. Отлично.
That's a little lower than he would have liked. Expect to see most of the leads
Сильно идет очень, сильно.
probably over the
Я и
80%
по
mark.
секу засек это сильно.
Well, he's not doing his statistics any favors here. One short of the rings when he wanted it in, and then a gross misjudgment with the second one. Goes all the way through the house. 84% so far this week for handicap.
Ja, Linie.
Haarlinie. Braucht Länge bis
Haarlinie. Haarlinie.
Haarlinie.
Haarlinie. Alles. Alles.
Braucht Länge.
Jetzt kommt er vorbei. So weiter geht's, so weiter geht's.
Die 10. Weiter, 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 weiter.
Weiter, 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 weiter.
Well, a bit shy as well.
Shy.
Von der Zeit ist das super gewesen. 86.
Does have a double corner though, so it's not a wasted stone as such.
Tim Gagliano making a lovely start to the week. 88%.
Линия супер. Линии больше. Линия супер. Линия супер. Линия есть. Контроль веса. Контроль веса. Цып линия. Цып линия. Цып. Вес, вес, вес. Давай, делаем вес, делаем вес. Давай, ниже. Давай, ниже.
And that one just sneaking around the high side.
Хорош.
Tim Gagliano making a super start to his first senior event.
Wie du willst.
Was werden wir da brauchen? 90?
Oh. Germany are going to elect to come around the centre stones here. Choose not to bring their corner guards into play at this point. 79% for Herberg.
Leg up. Ja. 7, 8.
I've looked to maybe push the high yellow off with this stone, Logan.
Ist nur 4.
Well, it's a long way short here. If that's a centre guard that he's left, that's a huge mistake. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on this one, Kenny. I think with that double corner guard on, I think to try and bring that into play, a good shot would have been to try and chip the yellow guard as close to the house and roll over in behind them. So it was a risky decision there and badly executed. It was a bit of a disaster. Over on sheet C, third end. Here's the Swedish team going for the three-peat, winning in 2014 and 2015 here at the European Championships up against Scotland, the home nation.
Yeah, skip. Tom Brewster facing 3 Swedish Red Rocks, being forced to try and score 1. Not playing a lot of weight to push anything through. Right down onto the nose though, and gets a single to tie the game.
It's back in our featured game. A whole pile of stones on the centre line here, and Russia looking in good shape once again here. They have been quite dominant here in the early ends. I've got to say, Kenny, I think the Russians have caught me by surprise here a little bit. It's been a great performance.
Yeah, certainly. It's been a great performance. But the Germans have just allowed them to do the basics right. Haven't had to do anything too clever to be 3-1 up after 3 ends. So it's more down to weight control. The Russians have adjusted to the ice conditions pretty quickly.
Yeah, one of the younger skips there in the foreground and one of the oldest ones in the background. Pushing 50. Alexis Tukalski.
Контроль. Свип линия. Артур, поменяться. Давай, до конца.
Tukalski trying to play the come around. Trying to swing that one just at the end. Not quite doing enough.
Well, Manuel Walter's had some huge problems with takeouts on the in-turn earlier. See if he has any more luck this time around. Needs to get by. Oh, another mistake. Another huge error there by Manuel Walter.
Yeah, certainly all his takeouts so far on the in-turn, clockwise rotation, have cut across the sheet quite viciously. So whether they've got a stone that's moving a little bit more than the rest of the stones in the sheet, I'd be surprised if a skip like handicap doesn't pick up on that.
Well, it's not just the job of the skip. It's the whole team's to be on top of these things, but generally it will be the skip that notices these things. He watch every stone coming down the ice, whether it was your teams or the opposition's, and you do have to have a good memory to be able to recall in these moments later on in the game and make decisions accordingly.
Больше линий! Много линий! Много линий! Внимательно, вес! О! Артур! Артур! Только
Sitting a little bit high for line.
Подождите, ребята!
Много веса.
So back over to sheet E. There's Torger Nørgaard. He's actually been skipping this week. Bit of a shoulder injury this season, so Tom Ilshed having to do some sweeping. We saw him a little bit heavy with the draw in the previous end to give up a steal. This looks like a straightforward takeout for a couple. And he makes those ones look easy. It is a score of 2 in the fourth end for Norway. Brings a smile back to his face. And after 4 ends, it's a tied game there. Norway 2, Denmark 2.
Jeg trodde faktisk vi skulle mindre. Den var ikke hard når den kom frem.
Achtung! That's good.
And another double from Walter with his second rock.
He certainly likes that second one. He needs to have a word with that first stone, though.
Щетка! Какая щетка, Лёв? С 8! Чуть шире.
Clings on to the wing as well. Come in handy for a juice later in the end.
Нам главное закрыть его, да, я так понимаю? Второй лучше сделать по линии. В принципе, едет хорошо.
Russia looking to pile on the pressure here with a draw right around onto the button. Alexei Timofeev playing 76% for the week thus far.
Линии больше! Поднять! Поднять! Ждем!
Много веса.
Все, линии очень много, ребят. Сам до конца.
Вылет, вес, вылет. Вылет, да.
Не, подтягивай, подтягивай. Подсаживайте, Лёв.
10 за.
Ничего, не трогайте его, вообще не трогайте.
Well, a little bit pacey, but good enough to lie to. So that yellow stone comes down there and out counts the red on the wing.
Wenn nicht kommt, dann legt halt noch einen dazu und liegt dreimal. So, wenn du hinten reinbringst, liegst du natürlich super.
I think Andy Cap would admit that this end hasn't really panned out as he would have hoped it to. And
spielen,
you
aber
have to go back to that call much earlier in the end where they elected to come around the centre guard rather than trying to chip it off. And that's really dictated the way this end has gone. Much more in the favour of Russia than it has Germany.
Spiel 90, 95.
Okay.
Yeah, just been looking for this one. Top of the tee though. Don't want to slip behind the tee because it will also leave the chance for Russia just to follow you right in. This one looks as if it's got plenty of weight in it, Logan.
10. 10.
Can I get shot on the back one? Just rears up in time. I think we were a little bit lucky there, Kenny.
Yeah, definitely.
74.
Echt? Sicher?
Ja, das ist du.
Отбавлю совсем чуть-чуть, так как фриз можно и к нашему привести.
Прибавить хочешь?
Отбавлю, говорю, чуть-чуть.
Все равно. Можешь такой же кинуть? Да, можешь не отбавлять.
So this should be still reasonably straightforward here for Timofeyev. It's the same draw once again. Plenty of backing to get into shot position. A great opportunity to force Germany just to score the one here in the fourth end.
This one's looking a little high for line.
Will it freeze on the back yellow for shot? It will, but doesn't quite get to the nose of that yellow stone, so should be easily moved here for Germany to score two.
Yeah, just a nose hit.
Oh, you know what, Kenny, if Alex Baumann makes this nose hit for two, then I think 3 each will be a really flattering scoreline for Germany.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's been one-way traffic, really, but that slightest of error by Alexei Timofeyev presenting this opportunity here with the last stone of the fourth end. Alex Baumann.
This one looking pretty sweet. Right down onto the nose, and it will be a score of two, and the game tied at 3. There you see it, after 4 ends, Germany 3, Russia 3.
Nee, wir dürfen noch mal eins.
Just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a third one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
Die 2. Mehr Eis und ein bisschen mehr Geschwindigkeit brauchen wir. Guard, kurze 3.
Spiel kurz davor. 0, oder? 0.
Wir sind gehalten, 86.
Ja, das ist gut, das ist gut. 2, 3. Das ist gut. Ja, Linie!
Fifth end, Germany with the last stone and choosing to throw the centre guard here.
Okay, okay.
Das ist gut.
Gut.
Yeah, that's the scoreline this far. Germany mustering a 2 out of nowhere really in the fourth end. A real gift from the Russian team.
Хороший вес, Тилайн! Тилайн! Линия супер.
Можно.
Линия свип.
Вес можно уже.
Линия свип.
Линия свип. Сначала.
Линия надо очень.
Сначала. Гард. Гард.
О.
And that's really the first mistake we've seen from Russia. Trying to play the come around and hitting that one right in the face. Might just be starting to eat away at Russia, that they've been the better side for the first 4 ends. Really can't quite believe that they're not ahead.
Dann ja. Nur Länge. Andersrum.
Well, it can be frustrating, Kenny, when you feel like you've had the better of the play and you make a stupid mistake on the last stone to really let the opposition back in. That's exactly what's happened here. Russia have definitely been the better team, but just that last stone in the 4th end costing them dearly.
Чтоб в доме остался камень. О, много линий. Много линий. О, о.
4-6 за. 4 за. Есть вес. Вес есть.
Контроль. Свип.
Свип. 4 за.
Свип. Свип.
A great set-up play from Andy Cap, forcing Russia around the centre.
Давай, 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 давай.
Хорош, пес.
Does enough to push the red to the back 8 foot and sit shot in behind.
Yeah, the quality of that shot really depends on the quality of the next shot from Germany. If they could ever get a freeze on that yellow with an angle, then Russia could be in a bit of trouble. Back over to sheet A, Switzerland 3, Finland 1. And here's Aku Kausta with the final stone of the 4th end.
Ist nur 4. 3.
Well, just forced to play a takeout for 1 there. And after 4 ends, it's Switzerland 3, Finland 2.
Well, the shot back in the feature game, Daniel Herberg had the chance to come around and corner freeze that yellow top of the 4 foot. But the red at the top of the shot is where his draw attempt ended up.
Линия надо.
Вес надо.
Линия надо.
Вес надо.
Делай вес.
Только вес.
Вес есть.
Линия надо. Линия да. Линия. До конца линия.
Свип очень надо.
До конца линия. Без остановки. Свип, свип.
Только вес.
Oh, this really is a super shot.
Хорош.
Ну ты чего там?
Yeah, another big mistake by the German middle order, letting Russia have the opportunity to pile another one in there, and that's exactly what they've done.
Yep.
So electing to play the out turn, so down the other side of the sheet this time.
6, 7. Viel keiner. 8. Muss viel
Line maybe a little bit on the high side.
Bisschen länger. Ho, 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 ho.
Might have been sweeping that one past the yellow just to.
That was the first signs of frustration really there from Andy Cap. You saw him indicating he wanted it up there. And just too many misses on the wrong side from Germany in the first half here. Over on sheet C, the reigning European champions Sweden up against Scotland, the home nation. And here's Niklas Dean with the last stone of the 4th end.
Слабый тейк. О. Слабый тейк. Контроль. Нет, ничего.
Слабый тейк, Лёх.
Ничего.
Вытирай. Нормально или пошире? Пошире чуть-чуть.
Не, нормально.
Yeah, that one just coming to rest up against that Scottish yellow stone, and It's a single for Sweden. They now lead 2-1 after 4 ends. And you see the double takeout. Both reds out of play. Russia once again in a strong spot in this 5th end.
Well, Germany's saving grace here is that the lineup on the guards looks quite nice for driving that red just beside Andy Capp's foot back onto the yellow stones in the house. On the sweeping early again here, Manuel Walter. A little bit on the inside, I think, of where he was aiming for again. At least clears up the centre of play. And staggers those 2 yellows, so quite a good result, really. Well, just hit it a little bit on the inside, and the result was that the stone being raised into the house didn't quite have as much speed as they would have been looking for.
Yeah, so Russia just electing to play the hit on the outside red. I think I might have just come down and rested against the red out wide. I think there was any need to play the hit, but executed the shot perfectly though.
A good double takeout, but doesn't hold the shooter. So now Russia have got a free opportunity to split the rings. Should be a straightforward 2. Just over curled once again there, Manuel Walter. I think that's probably 4 ends in a row that he's made a double takeout with that second stone of his.
Надо вес! Дом обязательно! Внимательно! Внимательно, парни! Линия супер! Вес ждем! Есть вес супер! Отлично! Вес супер! Линия супер! Только вес! Да-да-да! Отличная линия! Все, круто.
Once again,
Молодец.
a nice draw. Perfect separation on those 2 yellow stones, and looks like it'll be a very straightforward deuce, and a good bounce back from Russia here in the 5th end after the disappointing conclusion of the 4th. Well, makes a hit and roll towards the centre line and towards the other stone at the other side of the house. Creates a bit of an angle, so maybe a double takeout could be on the cards later. Not many stones to come though.
Yeah, so just looking for this one on the nose, even a little slight check to the right as we look at it. So looking there is an angle.
Oh, that's going to be a big ask though, Kenny. It's going to be a long way to push that yellow right across the house and out the side door. Not enough angle for me.
That's because you can't throw the big weight, Logan, so Alexander Baumann can. And he's fairly accurate with it.
And that's why I'm sitting up here.
Aber es ist halt die Frage, du kannst auch verreißen halt dann. Ja. Die andere Möglichkeit ist im Grunde genommen den Hit and Roll da rüberspielen.
Der ist schon schwer, müssen wir fast Nase treffen.
Du musst so spielen.
Er muss halt schon.
Also, andere Möglichkeit ist praktisch ein bisschen Hit and Roll darüber und schaust, dass du noch
versuchen könnte man ja.
Zum Spielen ist.
Du kannst ihn auch nur mit Peeling als Roll spielen. Ich will noch mit Peeling als Roll.
Da davor kriegst du nicht. Also den musst mit Driller spielen, dass beide raus. Also gehen tun sie.
Kriegen wir den überhaupt? Kriegen wir den hier raus?
Ja.
Ich glaube schon.
Aber so, ja,
muss halt mit richtig Dampf kommen.
Ja.
Ganz normal, also für dich normales Peeling. Und wenn er hier liegen bleibt, ist das doch gut.
Hey, bleibt da liegen.
So they're just discussing what weight to throw at this. I think they've agreed that that's the shot. Whether just to throw normal weight and play the hit and roll to the face of the yellow.
Wenn du sagst, du willst ihn spielen, er darf halt nicht so dead on sein.
Das ist halt auch die Frage, wenn wir sagen, wir spielen nur den, dann müssen wir von außen kommen.
Ja.
Dann lass den spielen, oder? Wir kommen von außen.
Na, geht fast nicht. Der geht nicht.
Kein Chat. Nehmen wir den sicher.
Ha? Ich würde den auch daherlegen.
Ja, nicht sicher. Dann geben wir 2, die holen wir wieder.
Wie schnell magst du spielen? 80. Er braucht schon, weißt du?
Okay.
So, electing not to go after the double now.
So obviously because they don't have your firepower, Kenny.
Well, I think the double and the out turn's definitely there to be made.
So here's Alex Baumann just going for the single takeout. Does look a lot like they're going to lose two though here. Just try and tuck this underneath the other yellow, but still going to be wide open and should be a formality here for Team FF to score 2 for Russia. And it would be a well-deserved lead here in the first half.
Щетки нормально?
Ну, ты стоишь вдоль. Интересный вопрос. Если ты про вес спросил. Да не, нормально должно быть. Я примерно так. Ну, такой же вес делаю. Давай.
Yeah, they're just taking a look at the underside of that stone.
Yeah, they're just trying to identify if there's any problems with the running surface of the stone. Frantic calling on the sweeping. Can they hold it for 2? I don't know what all the panic was about. Hits it pretty close to the nose and it's a score of 2. And after 5 ends, Russia, good value for their lead. And both teams will have a 5-minute break. Russia 5, Germany 3.
Third end. Germany versus Russia. Alex Baumann trying the in off from the out wide. Catches this one. Half stone. Runs into the button. Squeezes out the top though. And it was a steal of 1 for Russia. And he would lead 3-1 into the 4th end. Again, it was Alex Baumann. looking to pick up the deuce and tie the game. Straightforward nose hit for the young German skip. Nails it right on the nose. Ties the game. Fifth end. And Russia with a chance to extend their lead to 2 once more. Alexei Timofev throws that one right down on the money to lead at the break. 5-3. Norway, Denmark. Johnny Fredriksson holding the broom for Rasmus Stjerne. Looking to pick the Norwegian stone out. And has he done enough? He has to score 1. But elsewhere, Switzerland leading Finland 3-2. Sweden 2-1 ahead of Scotland. Italy 6-3 ahead of Austria.
War auch richtig gerade der heute zu spielen.
Ja.
Ja. Wow. Wir sind Stadion gleich daneben, scheiße.
Ha? Ja, bleib oben. Bleib oben. Ist einfach, wir müssen noch ein bisschen sauberer spielen und ein bisschen.
Stein sind auch komisch, der von Dahlen war eigentlich super gespielt.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, ob der aus. Nee, ist blank. Ich kann den auch nehmen, ich nehme alles.
Получается, хорошо.
I'm totally okay with 0 now.
Он согласен с рулем. First to stone house.
Yeah, I think so.
Да,
Yeah.
первый.
First two. Yeah. First two is
Круг.
Yeah.
Ваканный дом, да.
Okay. Okay, guys. Let's go out and keep playing the way we are doing. Yeah.
Пантеры!
So there we see the percentages. Russia 82, Germany at 71. The biggest difference really is with the takeout game. The Russian side have been pretty steady right throughout, all 4 players. So, Team Germany playing Russia in draw 3 here in the Braehead Arena on the outskirts of Glasgow at the 2016 European Championship. A long way to go in this game yet, 5 more ends. You see it, 5-3 Russia lead as we start the 6th end. After Ali for Russia.
Может, в самом конце застрянет. А может, и не застрянет. Артур, ну ты чё? Вот сейчас хорошо релиз был. А до этого что было с релизом? До этого мягко всегда было. Вот сейчас хорошо.
And makes a slight error by throwing that one to the back ring. Would have liked that one just top of the forefoot.
Yeah, you do tend to see teams even at this level getting caught out with that from time to time. The 6th end, the ice can tend to get a little bit colder and a little bit faster, and I think that's what caught the Russians out there.
Bisschen kürzer. Ja, weiter. Das ist gut, Andi.
Okay.
Artur Ali not having a great game, 66%. Made a great start, but just lost his way in the last couple of ends.
6-8. Линия супер. 8. Надо вес. Линия супер.
I really have been impressed with the way the Russian side have went about their business in this game. Settled in really, really quickly.
Хорош.
Handicap 75% for the game, 84 for the week.
Yes! Follow! Hard! Come. Oh, yes! Okay.
Well, half shot there.
Okay. Sorry.
The Russian stone just clears the rings and no more, but they don't manage to keep the shooter, so Russia are just going to try and peel the corner guard here.
Sweep.
Here's Team
Sweep, линия.
Gajihanov.
Sweep, давай, держать, sweep.
Going for the peel into out and stuffs it on the nose.
У меня показ туда его воткнул.
Was war der Einser? Ganz normal spielen, oder?
Normal, glaube ich. Vielleicht minimal langsamer.
Okay. Das heißt, die spielen jetzt mit 80, oder?
Yeah, that was the mistake Germany were looking for. Daniel Herberg only at 53% for the game.
Yeah, I bumped into him actually in the coffee run at the half-time break there. And seeing they're really struggling with the ice and the stones. Just they play a stone down one line and it is good, and then they do the same thing the next time and it comes up 3 meters shorter. So it's a real frustration for them at the moment. So that guard really quite long. But Russia are going to choose to make a play on it. Well, looks like this is going to be a big run back here for Tim Gajihanov.
Sweep! Whoa! Просто пил.
Just a bit tight, took less ice and I missed it, miles on the inside. So opens up the shot stone though at least.
Поехал туда.
Ну я отпустил, чтобы щетка, нет?
Well, Daniel Herberg considers his stone their featured game. We're going to nip over to sheet A, and here's Peter de Cruz of Switzerland holding the brush for Benoit Schwarz. Switzerland leading Finland by 3 shots to 2 here in the 5th.
Nu länge.
Switzerland looking good here. They've got at least one in shot position there. Oof, does not get past the guard there by much. Oh, and fabulous shot there by Benoit Schwarz. And after some consideration, it would be a score of 3 for Switzerland. What a shot there, Benoit. And after 5 ends, it's Switzerland 6, Finland 2.
Свип! Держать! Давай!
A nice double. Makes both reds goes away.
Свип! Держать! Давай!
Well, it's a tough job keeping up with those big weight takeouts. Those bombs coming down from the Russians.
Manuel Walter.
Easy.
For Germany. Interesting to see if he's changed his rocks after the 5th end. Really struggled with his first rock.
Well, that was supposed to be a guard and drifts down into the rings, so now a chance for Russia to make a hit and stick to lie two. And Germany just can't seem to get a handle on the speed of the ice. Stikowski having a great game, 89%.
С другой стороны, надо было, может, его пильнуть вообще. Зачем? Пусть идет за него. Хороший. Обнулились бы тогда отпустить.
Mit 0! Dann kann er liegen bleiben. Ja.
Interesting call, this.
No, what's the thinking behind it, Kenny?
Maybe just trying to hit and roll to the face, but I think he maybe probably could have drawn round in behind and used that Yellowstone as a corner guard.
Лучше клир вообще.
Чуть поменьше.
Лёх, сейчас нельзя стей делать.
Хорош, я понял, я ролл играю. 0.
Ты что пил, да?
Да.
So Alexei Timofeyev also having a super game, 90%. Great play by the Russian top end here this afternoon. Needs the curl up a little bit to stick around. Just a little bit overzealous with the weight there, and hits and rolls out. So now Germany with a chance to blank here. That's what they were looking for by playing that hit and roll in front of the back one.
Был бы контроль, пошел бы.
Так без вращения. Если бы было бы вращение, он бы улетел. Вес.
Средний.
Well, it very much looks like this sixth end is going to be blanked. Timofeyev just playing takeout at the back of the house.
Oh!
Легко, просто легко. Отличная линия, просто легко. Заскли. Хорош. Молодец.
I think I'd be quite happy with his day's work so far, Alexei Timofeyev.
Ganz weg!
Well, just clips a piece, and the sixth end is blanked. Germany trailing by 2 shots after 6 ends. It's Russia 5, Germany 3.
Да, форсить надо. 7-й энд. Ты думаешь, он будет корнер ставить?
Конечно, ему догонять надо, у него же эндов мало осталось.
Ну давай тогда в 4 второй гард.
Давай, лады.
Сейчас форсить надо, точно. Да, да, да.
Да, давай, хорошо.
Окей.
Just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a third one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
Хороший вес. Хороший вес, 4.
Линия супер.
Пока больше. Конец.
Да-да-да, пока сам.
Это туда же, бэклайн.
Подсаживается чуть. Подсаживается.
Это зайти.
6 за. 6 за.
Well, Artur Ali just seems to have lost his way at the moment. He's definitely been struggling the last few ends after you gave him a glowing review, Kenny. It's been all downhill since then. And that one drifts to the back of the 8 foot. You say the Russian team's starting to give Germany a little bit more breathing space now, Kenny?
I think so. Maybe the Russians maybe don't have as much experience of closing out games as to this experienced German side. So it might just start to hinder their performance the closer we get to the finishing line.
Yeah, the German side have certainly had to hang tough in the first half, but you get the feeling that maybe they've weathered the storm now.
Очень много линий.
Пока 4 фута. Садится.
Давай.
О, отлично. Хорош.
Молодец.
Yeah, so will they use the corner guard or will they elect to push this yellow through?
Enzo, maximal. Okay.
So I think they're just electing to come around. I like this call.
No, absolutely. I don't think a takeout's the right way to go at this stage. It's going to end up with a blank end potentially and running out of time.
Whoa. Komm schon, Achtung. Whoa. Ja. Ja. 8, 9. Whoa. 9. Whoa.
Well, lovely shot there by Andy Cap. Not very straightforward to remove that red stone with those 2 yellow stones lying behind as catchers.
Больше ставьте, если что, просто пил.
Пол камня. Окей. Просто пил, если что, тоже нормально. Чуть больше.
Well, a defensive call here from Russia, but I think it's quite a good call, 2 up. And trying to get a bit adventurous with it, drive it onto the one in the house. The risk is that they would push it onto one of the back ones and stick it in there to lie 2, but just makes a single peel. So Andy Cap calls for a guard, and over on sheet E here is Thomas Ulsrud. Trailing by 3 shots to 2 against Denmark. This is his final stone of the 6th end.
Schlänger. Ist gut. Stau bei der Mesen. Schlänger. Nee, Stau.
Ist genau richtig.
Ganz sauber.
Well, just needs to hit the paint for 2. No problem at all. And Norway move into the lead there after 6 ends. It's Norway 4, Denmark 3.
Okay.
Yeah, just electing to peel this corner guard off. Do you like this call, Logan?
I think so. I think you can just run a few stones down at the moment and wait for Germany to make their move.
Sweep! Давай!
They don't really have a good opportunity at the moment, the Russians, to make a takeout on that red to lie in a good position without leaving a really good freeze opportunity or a draw around the corner guards. So, yeah, it's the right call. Germany know that Russia are quite happy to do that at the moment, so they're just going to keep sticking it up there.
Потому что если мы сыграем там, они повезут сразу.
Yeah, so just continuing with
Или попробуем еще раз.
throwing the corner.
Давай.
Well, just next door on sheet C, Sweden against Scotland. Here's Tom Brewster with the final stone of the 6th end, already trailing by 3 shots to 1.
Line's fine, you can't hurt it.
Definitely wouldn't want to fall any further behind. Needing to hit fully in the forefoot to score here in the 6th.
Line's good.
Yeah, they did look at the double. But maybe thought it was a little bit tight to
Stay down, Harry, stay down.
the high red, but makes it perfectly. Great shot.
Yeah, super draw there by Tom Brewster. Closes the gap to 1. And it's Sweden 3, Scotland 2. Back in our featured game. Once again, Russia just peeled the guard. And
Center guard.
Germany forced to work quite hard for their deuce here. They're not in perfect shape at the moment, although the line won.
Yeah, so now they've switched it up. They're going to try and throw the centre guard on this one.
Well, we've not seen Mamo Walter play many draws today. It's been mostly big weight takeouts.
Das gibt's doch nicht.
Well, a little bit pacey, and that is an absolute gift to the Russians. Puts it right down next to that red stone in the forefoot, and that should be a very straightforward double for Russia.
Лёх, у тебя какой? Один. Средний? Сильный? Сильный. Окей. Сразу. Понятно. Классно было. Стоя оставляем, да? Ну, шутер. Да. Свип! Свип! Воу! 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 Хорошо.
Nice double. Makes both reds go away, and I kind of feel it's a bit of a struggle at the moment for Germany.
Хорош, Лёх. Чуть-чуть пошире, да, было? Совсем. Я подстраховался просто чуть. Не, ну правильно, лучше так, чем был. Come out! Beides gut. Zehn.
So, electing to play the takeout. I think you would just generally call the draw or freeze up against something here, try and create something. You're not really going to create anything by playing takeouts.
Yeah, well, you know, Kenny, it's an interesting call for me, because I mean, they obviously wanted to create that sort of opportunity by playing the tap back with handicap stones, try and keep them around at the back of the house, and then they had the opportunity to make the freeze there, and they turned it down. So. So once again, Germany failing to put any pressure in this Russian side, leaving them to play simple shots.
Сам до конца. Сам до полностью.
Взять ролл, нет? Хорош.
Хорош. 0?
Чуть-чуть. Ну, приехал контрол. Приехал.
Нормально, нормально. Приехал хорошо.
У него слабо едут. У него все контролы это 95-0.
Да? Да. Может, держит? Да он есть, говорю, как этот держит.
So will Germany have a go at the double takeout here, or are they going to go for the hit and roll once again?
Да.
Да пусть он обнулит сам.
I think they're going for the hit and roll this time.
Ну да.
Yeah, the angle between those two Yellowstones just looks a little bit too steep to really have a good go at the double, so try this hit and roll instead, and they've made a good fist of it.
Yeah, makes good effort.
Okay. Нам можно его просто клиром убрать.
And don't expect this one to be hanging around
Я вообще за 2 оставить.
Timofev.
Ты так хочешь?
Да.
Ну давай средний, получится хорошо.
Just try and remove everything from plate.
0. Просто надо уверенно убрать и все. Ну, хочешь, хочешь. Леха, он переживает. А? Вес, Лех. Да я нулем попробую. Нулем попробую. Давай, давай.
Хочешь 2 оставить?
Да.
Оставляется?
Да.
Ладно. Главное убрать.
So with that lovely hit and roll there by Germany, it looks like we might get another blank end here. It's going to be difficult for Russia to make a takeout on that red and keep the shooter. First priority will be to make sure you get the red out of there. Squeezes it off the back one.
Там не оставить шутер нулем.
Ну, я не оставляю. Я знал, что с ТМ можно попадать. Ну, я знал, что с ТМ можно попадать.
Пойдет, Алексей, пойдет.
Да, да. Я знал, что с ТМ это.
Yeah, I think we'll see Alex try and hit and run with this one. Keep that last stone advantage. But an error on his part. Came down, hit that one in the nose, and only scores a single point. So it's now Russia 5, Germany 4.
Ein Clown. Fühlt sich an wie 2 geschrieben.
Нас один устраивает.
Das habe ich mir aber auch gedacht. Wenn du da hingeslidet bist, dann wäre er drüben gewesen. Komm, auf geht's.
If you've just joined us, you're watching live coverage of the 2016 Gruyère European Curling Championships, live from the Braehead Arena in Renfrewshire, Scotland. My name is Logan Gray, and alongside me, 3-time Scottish champion, Kenny Edwards. And Germany ending up scoring there in the 7th end unexpectedly. So Russia will have the last stone in the 8th end and really in quite a strong position now, Kenny.
Yeah, they've really managed to work this game pretty well, the Russians. Have had slight lapses in concentration at times though, which I'm sure their coach Soren Gran will pick up on.
Well, Artur Ali has just lost his way a bit in the last few ends, just can't seem to find the weight, and this one looks A bit hot too.
Артур, веса много.
Yeah, not a great start for Russia.
Ja, spielen 15.
15.
Ja.
So here's a veteran handicap, 78%, plays 71. I feel like Andy's gradually getting better as the game goes on, whereas Ali's definitely lost his way.
Yeah, certainly, Logan. I think someone like Andy has been at a number of these tournaments over the years, and he knows what to expect. This young Russian side don't really know what to expect, so you may see them struggle towards the latter part in the game.
And it is in that latter part of the game that often the experience makes a lot of difference, isn't it, Kenny?
It does, yes. And Andy and Daniel Herberg, both former European champions.
No better draw this time by Ali, but does just drift past the tee line, so that could be a useful stone later on for Germany.
95-0, eher 0.
Jetzt! Hart! Hart! 6, 7! Ja, Linie! 7, 8! Hoch! Hoch! Ja! Linie! Hart! Komm es hin!
Looking pretty good here if they can drag it down onto the button. Oh, fabulous draw here by Herberg.
Yeah, it's taken him till the 8th end to find his weight, though.
Well, they're not out of it yet, so maybe it's not too late for Daniel Herberg to make an impact in this game.
Yeah, so clear up mission now for Russia, just to try and peel the guards off, open up that 1 foot area.
What kind of outcomes are each of the teams looking for here in the 8th end, Kenny?
I think Russia will be quite happy scoring a single point here in 8. But, and obviously, Germany will look to maybe steal here. But 8th end is really, really crucial in a game. You can really tend to dictate the game, or the outcome of the game, if you score in the 8th end.
Nur Länge, nicht nah dran! Nur Länge!
Schön, Daniel. Bisschen oder nicht? Wow. Wunderbar. Müssen wir Länge nochmal tun.
Some good stone placement there from Daniel Herberg.
Schönes Ding.
Nicht nah. Da vollkommen wurscht, ob der genau davor liegt.
Drüber liegen.
Ja, da vollkommen wurscht, ob der genau davor liegt.
Свип! Свип! Хоп! О! Поднять! Хорош, извини.
Well, I just jumped the sweeping a little bit there and it kicked back. So, only gets the single peel.
Also 30.
Legst du nochmal daher?
Ja, nochmal egal, oder?
Oder so. Okay.
Einmal noch die Garten letzten dann, ne?
Ja.
Genau.
So here's Manuel Walter.
Loslassen aber.
Nur drüber und weg.
Oh, good look down at ice level of the sweeping of Herberg and Alex Baumann. Head up and down all the time from Alex, just checking the distance to go.
Gut. Schön.
And well positioned stone there by
Willst du jetzt rum, Andi?
Team Germany.
Andi.
пусть.
Ну давай, да, ошибка вот в это разведем. Да. Вес колодка? Да. Хорошо. Даже можешь чуть сильнее сделать.
Лех, какие камни еще раз все?
Well, it looks like Russia are going to try and move things around in the forefoot. They'll want to try and spring these stones a little bit to create some space for them to get a score in there later on. Meanwhile, over on sheet E, back to Denmark against Norway. And here's the final stone of the 7th end from Rasmus Stjerne. And what's it going to be? Just tried to squeak it off the wide yellow. It doesn't spin far enough, and there's a steal of 1 for Norway. Backing up their deuce in the 6th with a steal of 1 and taking a 5-shot to 3 lead.
Тим! Тим! Тим, вали! Вали, Тим! Давай, 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 давай! Давай, 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 давай! Вытирай, вытирай, вытирай!
Well, that's a really good shot from Stakalski to push that red off the 1 foot and open the route down in for Russia. Sitting 2 stones back of tee though.
Ich würde den Double machen.
Ja.
0,5, oder?
Gut, Länge sagt er.
Muss so kommen. Ja. Peel.
Peeling, okay.
Oh, well, a very cautious call here from Andy Capp. Very wary of these 2 Yellowstones lying against. I'd have thought he'd want to try and use them to his advantage, not get rid of them. So Stakalski 92%, outplaying Walter on 80%. And another half shot there. That was a bit of a bizarre call for me there, Kenny. Can't really get my head around that one.
No, I think the call would be to try and get around that centre. That's you just left the Russians a chance to get around it first.
Yeah, it actually goes back to something I was saying earlier this morning with discussing with Rona, Kenny, where you see the best teams really pushing hard in the last few ends to really turn the game around and dictate it and get themselves in the best possible position to actually win the game. And even if that means taking a bit of risk that basically puts the game on the line before you get to the 10th end, then so be it. But yeah, I think Germany just falling foul of that there and a bit too cautious and not going hard for the steal when the opportunity was there. Well, Russia put another Yellowstone behind the tee line.
Surely this time Andy Capp will play the draw.
Нормально по линии было? Знаешь, что я думаю, что он сейчас по краям набрал?
Favouring the double again.
Now the reason
Andy, lieber outturn!
more than likely wouldn't call this shot is because you make the double. There's no real pressure on Russia. You're going to have a stone back of tee. Russia will just be able to come down, draw in the top of the 4-foot, or even the back of the 4-foot. If you play around the centre guards, getting at the top of the 4-foot, Russia's got to chase you and play a really, really good shot. Whereas doing this, you don't really need to play that good a shot to be sitting in short rock.
You say that's slightly old school thinking, Kenny?
I think it is, yeah. I do. It's quite possible just being away from the game for a number of years, Andy Capp. And that's maybe the thinking that he used to have, but the game's moved on tactically over the last few years.
Absolutely, a highlight that you would see the likes of Thomas Solschut or Peter de Cruz or Nicolas Sedin calling that kind of defensive call in this position. It's a great opportunity for a steal with that double center guard.
Да. Так вот? Чуть больше ставил.
А? Стой, мне не нравится. Не нравится, все, отстой. Лучше уж на край делать.
Что делаем, Лёх?
Лёх, что делаем?
Как Леха.
Стой, как Лёха.
Бил. Таким же весом.
Не, задание куда, что делаем?
Если, конечно,
So it looks
было
like a
бы супер
takeout
ровно
here
под
from
камень, но так, наверное, не
Russia.
давали. Вообще,
So neither team really seemed to want to get a stone in front of the T line and behind the center guards. Can understand this call slightly more from the Russians in that they want to make the scoring area as big as possible. But they're still going to leave that opportunity for Germany to play the come around those centre guards if they do want to take a chance. A good look at the delivery line from the far end. Looks a little bit pacey. Has he got to the nose? Certainly has. And just sits behind the T-line again here.
Да я знаю, но видно же уже не идет. Я ору свип, а вы стоите. Я 100 раз крикну.
And gradually these stones are starting to move north in the house and up towards the T-line.
Perfect.
Ja.
Oh, nein, nein! Nein, 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 nein! Nein, steh!
Well, no sweeping at the moment. Going down nicely though. Does enough to lie to here in the 8th end. Pretty tight game at 4th between Baumann and Timofeyev in there in the mid-80s.
Внимательно здесь очень прямо идет, мне кажется.
Вес какой?
Контрол чуть меньше, может.
Ну, не очень прямо, но... Да, у тебя есть, если что, там. Нормально.
Да.
Контрол, нормально. Сейчас был 37.
So this is the last stone of the 8th end. And Alexei Timofeyev for Russia electing to hit and stay.
Поднять! Поднять, ребята! Сам до конца.
And that's exactly what he does. And a score of 1 for Russia. Makes the game 6-4 in their favor.
Вот это хорошо.
Мне кажется, второй был вообще отличный. Он почему-то взял.
Мне тоже, да, мне тоже показалось второй хорошо.
Тим, не парься, просто ставь все щетки поменьше и все.
Мне кажется, прямо очень здесь идет.
Сейчас, если будешь париться, то хуже будет.
Не,
Ставь
не
просто
парься,
уже
просто
щетки
понимать.
себе. Просто уже ставь и все.
В дом. В дом, в дом.
Just a few short years ago, Las Vegas first emerged on the world's curling radar. Today, it's the world's curling hotbed, with 2 Continental Cups already in the attendance record books, a 3rd one ready to rock this coming January, and the biggest one of all, the World Men's Championship, coming in 2018. For complete details, visit LasVegasCurling.rocks.
You gotta be there. Las Vegas rocks.
2 deuces that have really given them the advantage here, leading by 6 shots to 4 after 8. I wouldn't quite discount Germany just yet though. As I mentioned earlier, they do have the experience, but Russia making a lot of shots.
Хорош. Очень мягко. Свалит, сильно свалится.
Свалит очень. Надо тогда.
Давай в дом куда-нибудь. В дом. В дом надо. Это уже боковой будет.
Well,
Давай,
Artur
давай, 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 давай,
Ali's really struggled with his weight over the last few ends.
Вот, а вы боялись.
Gets the weight a little bit better this time, but loses the line.
Потом поговорим. Вот ехал отлично по скорости сам.
Well, I certainly hope to see a much more aggressive approach from Andy Cap here in the 9th end, now trailing by 2. Such a glorious chance to steal in that 8th end, and it's really let Russia off the hook with some very defensive calls. Over on sheet A, here's Switzerland and Finland. Switzerland leading by 6 shots to 2 and line 4 here. So a must make here for Aku Kauste. Needs a piece of the 1 foot to score.
Yeah, facing 4 counters. Big shot. Trailing by 4 already. And that one's not going to even make the house, and I think that will be the handshake. Yep, it sure is. So 10-2 Switzerland beat Finland.
So Switzerland remaining perfect with a 10-2 victory there, going 3-0. Finland making a really poor start this week, surprisingly. They go to 0-3.
Sweep! Oh, sweep!
Well, I think Gajihanov's been playing heels all through the second half of this game with mixed success. Here's another one that just hits and rolled to the centre line, so that could be a useful stone for Germany.
Wow, nur Länge!
Well, Germany are trying to chunk it up a little bit here and get a lot of stones and play in the 9th. So a super draw by Daniel Herberg in the last end. He's just running on a little bit, but finds some cover. And Germany lie 1.
Wunderbar.
Okay.
An dem, obwohl so knapp am Haus ist,
Или можно привести? Давай тайм-аут возьмем.
Quick look at the time clocks there in the background and the coaching benches. Yeah, timeout called. I just saw that pop up on the clock there. So I think this is a good decision from Russia. If nothing else, but to just discuss the strategy for the end.
Два варианта. Либо вот так я предлагаю.
Вот это второй вариант. У них один ближе. Если мы не попадаем ран, Лех, он поведет второй лучше за 7-й.
А чего фриз не нравится?
Хорошее задание. Хорошее.
Фриз на красный. Даже если что, фриз-степ можно сделать. У нас, если хорошо
Мне
не будет фриза, будет лайн просто.
Только надо делать туда.
So here comes Alexander
Kozyrev. Здесь можно ошибка, здесь один можно снять. И он будет за центр все равно играть.
Так у него уже будет 2 лучше тогда, мы все равно будем с этим по камню.
Так если он сыграет за центр,
Лех, ты пропустишь ход.
мы будем бить.
Надо делать сейчас, чтобы наш был ближе.
Если мы везем дрон в центр, мы его уже за центром заставляем играть.
Мне нравится дрон, мне нравится дрон.
Все. А что сомневаешься тогда?
Я так,
что я не провезу?
Мы думаем фриз вести. Фриз вести.
Уже вязаться за центр.
У нас, смотри, 2 варианта. Вот так пробовать играть, но это сложнее.
Есть вариант с центурным его достать, колодкой.
Мне нравится вариант с центурным доставать его, потому что...
Так ничего не
у них
изменится.
будет
Он опять повезет туда.
Они повезут туда.
Да, мы можем его чуть-чуть цепануть и сделать гард, а также оставить. Это риск, мне кажется. А вести не так риск. Либо рам бить.
Он торчит, сколько он торчит? Ну вот сколько там есть, там просто еще расстояние большое.
Так он повезет опять, еще лучше станет.
В следующем я повезу тогда, если мы достанем.
Я
Согласен.
изначально.
А рамбэк что, плохо?
Я рекомендовал, если
Избавляться от камней, да?
Если будет ближе, просто рамбэк колотить удобнее, когда у вас расстояние короткое.
Да, ты согласен? Я согласен.
Все, вес. Лайтборд.
Спасибо, Александр
Колодку.
Сергеевич.
Колодку плюс давай, не меньше.
Чего? Колодки хватит, Лёх.
Но если мы чуть-чуть цепанем, мы ничего не изменим. Давай посильнее чуть-чуть. Давай лайт, такой плюс колодку.
Что колодка мне нравится?
Light плюс колодка.
So it's quite an interesting situation, this, Kenny, because obviously the end isn't panning out in the way that Russia hoped it would. So what's the kind of change of approach here for them?
I think they're going to have to get involved in this end. They would have liked to have kept it quite clean. Not a lot of stones in play, but they've been sort of dragged into an end where they're going to have a lot hanging around.
Контроль! Свип!
Больше линий!
Артур!
Больше линий!
Артур, свип! Артур!
Артур до конца!
Давай!
This one
Вытирай его.
takes the red stone away and rolls out himself. So
Это хорошо.
I would have liked to
Не, я понимаю, просто говорю, что...
maybe have seen that centre guard be knocked off.
Давай. Вытирай его. Yep.
Well, plenty of stones to work with here for Germany to try and manufacture a deuce.
Hard! Alles! Hard! Komm, quick! Was geht? Hard! Rein damit! Noch rum die Kurve!
Well, super draw there by Daniel Herberg. It's definitely come to play in the last couple of ends.
Yeah, it really has upped his game following the fifth end break. Found his draw weight.
Genau richtig.
So here come Russia with the run back onto that shot on the button. Looks pretty close.
A great shot. Yeah, it's probably what we've seen from Stakalski over the last few years. Really good at the takeout game and the run backs. Holds the shooter as well. You see it once more. Right back onto the red in the house.
Kleiner muss da, ja. Und halb treffen.
Nur Backline.
Zu wenig Eis und Backline.
Ja, auch schwer.
Backline!
Bisschen mehr Eis.
Ja, es bleibt da aber.
Okay.
Gar nicht so viel.
75.
Ja. Etwas mehr.
So Russia lying 3 here in this ninth end, and Germany forced to kind of move some granite around here. There's a big call and a big shot there by the Russians.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that too much.
Komm doch im falschen Winkel, so kriegst du nicht dahinter.
Holding the red stone top of tee was really key. Still got that centre guard. Has some cover. And also the corner guard out wide.
Лёг, давай на центр чуть-чуть. Ага.
Alexei Stukalski, 100% on his 7 takeouts. Super play by the Russian third. Well, makes the takeout, holds the shooter as well. I don't know if that'll come into play later on, but a good shot to save it all the same. And then over in sheet C, here's Sweden, Scotland, and Niklas Edin just had a bit of a heave-ho at a really tough cross-house double and didn't take care of the first one, so a complete miss there by the reigning European champion, and just left this straightforward draw to the 8-foot for Tom Brewster. Makes the easy work of it, puts it in the 4-foot. It's a 3 for Scotland, and one of the biggest cheers we've heard so far this week as Scotland move ahead of the undefeated Sweden.
This one from Walter looks to be right in behind that centre guard.
Ich wechsle. На центр Лёг поставить? Да. Перевал, да, можно?
Well, he's just seen his third player make this run back. It's going to be the same requirement here for Timofev.
Средний! Линия! Сим держать!
Having to work this one pretty hard though.
I think this one's over curled.
So that's maybe the mistake Jeremy we were looking for.
Средний, сказал. Он меня просил средний. Да, я средний.
So Germany get the mistake that they're looking for. The problem here at the moment is that the scoring area is quite small for them. And if they were to lie to, as the Yellowstones sit at the moment, the Redstones would have to be quite close together.
Ja, aber du musst so spielen. So rum, so her spielen.
Ja, oder du spielst den als Takeout und bleibst hier liegen. Dann hat er halt den Double. Den Spitzen.
Der ist aber ein schwieriger Double. Also ich würde den da herlegen. So her.
Komm mal hierher.
Mama.
Legen wir daher. Okay. Sag mal, wenn wir einen Split machen, ist jetzt auch nicht so tragisch. Hauptsache wir legen erstmal
Halt
zwei.
die Kante an und einfach daher. Komm, Skilänge, erstmal mit Wischen. Ja. Okay?
Schnelle Spur?
Ja, läuft gut, gut schnell. Haben wir vorhin immer, also ich glaube schon.
15.
Ja.
Wir müssen halt die ganze Zeit auf dem Roten wischen eigentlich.
Ja. Reicht bei mir 15?
Für da hinten drauf? Ja. Der von Manuel hatte ja 0,5, oder? Bei mir.
Okay.
Ich hatte den 0,5 und der
Tick
war
mehr,
durch.
oder würde ich sogar geben? Andi, gib einen Tick mehr, da liegt
So
der weit
what's the
hinten.
elected
Tick mehr,
call
da
here,
liegt der
Kenny?
weit hinten. Hat einen weiten Weg.
I think they've possibly elected to try and just draw one around the yellow that's top of the house here, or maybe even just come right back onto the yellow.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kenny. I think it is that freeze on the back yellow. Not much room to work with here for Alex Baumann.
Rauflänge! Rauflänge! Weiter!
Well, this is coming up way short. Well, good enough for first and third.
Yeah, but that's a relatively straightforward double. Pretty much anywhere on the inside, you'll move both the reds.
Просто если он будет бить так, он потеряет свой шут.
Согласен. У нас два будет ближе.
Двойной же тяжелее, стей легче.
Вот так вот.
И все, у нас будет два ближе.
Вот так контрол.
Хорошо.
Все, договорились.
Well, Russia, with just one stone to come, aren't interested in taking on the double. They just want to make sure that they lie to and force a difficult last stone. So I think that's sensible thinking here.
Так и надо, а ты что там высматривал, да, был что?
Не, но если идеально стой делаем, у него двух нету.
Да.
Вес.
Контрол.
Да.
So here is Russia's final stone in the ninth end here. Just a hidden stick required here. Should be good enough to force Germany just to score one.
Легко, линия. О, больше, легко. Поднять, ребята.
Oh, he doesn't want to miss this wide.
Стой.
Just misses the back one, but not good enough to lie in second shot position. So there will be a chance here for Germany to score two to tie it up coming home. And we've got another final.
Thank you. Good luck.
On sheet D, Italy taking down Austria by 9 shots to 6.
Also, 3 klauen. Also, ich weiß nicht. Ging auch ohne Team vielleicht.
Now back in our featured game, here's the final stone of the ninth end, and a great chance to tie the game here for Alex Baumann. No sweeping at the moment. Oh, I don't think he's stuck around here. It's only going to be one, and I hope the soldier doesn't get his marching orders for that one. So after 9 ends, it's Russia 6, Germany 5.
Ja. Einfach mal die Länge. Immer 2 Zehntel zu stellen.
Sieht lang aus.
You're watching live coverage of the 2016 Gruyère European Curling Championships live from the Braehead Arena in Renfrewshire, Scotland.
Yep.
My name's Logan Crane, alongside me three-time Scottish champion Kenny Edwards for our featured game here in the men's draw 3 between Russia and Germany. That's how we've arrived here. We're in the 10th end coming home here. Russia with a slight advantage and the last stone. Kenny, what way is it going to go?
Well, Russia have been in control. Germany certainly have been better since the break. But you've got to feel that it's Russia who hold all the cards at the moment. So I expect the Russian guys to close this one out pretty comfortably here in the 10th end.
Well, they just tried to play the tick shot there and just passes the guard by. So there'll be another guard, you would think, here from handicap, just over the hog line somewhere.
Nur drüber. Am Schluss. Jetzt. Ja. Whoa. Wunderbar.
Perfect setup here by handicap. It's a pretty standard approach to trying to steal, is to get those two centre guards up, make full use of the free guard zone to block up the centre line.
Хороший вес.
Обязательно до Ти! Обязательно до Ти! Пока ждать! Зачем ты
I think they've elected to play the draw this time rather than the tick. Reason being, miss the tick. You get in top of the forefoot first. You're in a great spot, but won't want this back tee.
No, certainly not there either. That's just behind the tee line, which is pretty much the worst spot imaginable, because it means that if Germany make that freeze, then it's going to be really hard for Russia to score here. So just nipping over next towards sheet C. Scotland in fantastic shape here in this ninth end. Already leading by 1 after that big score of 3. And Nicholas has been forced to play a huge run back here against a bundle of stones. He only gets 1 of them out of there. A steal of 3 for Scotland. And handshakes offered. An upset here in draw 3. The hot favourites, Sweden, falling to the home nation, Scotland. And Scotland putting that disappointment from their first game behind them and notching up 2 first-class victories to go to 2 wins and 1 loss alongside Sweden. And finally, some excitement from the crowd here in Braehead Arena. Back to our featured game. 6-5 Russia. Bundles of guards out front. And well, clearly Germany with a huge missed draw there. Daniel Herberg coming up short, chipping the tight guard. Russia doing absolutely the right thing and trying to mop things up in front of the house.
Yeah, absolutely. Need to move some red granite.
Oh, super shot here. Oh, and gets the one off the back of the button. Doesn't look great, but it's actually a really good result for them to get rid of that stone. That was only going to work in Germany's favour.
Yeah, great result. You see it, just catches the left-hand side, both reds and the yellow go.
Gut! Finde ich gut. Drüber ist er. Ah ja. Sauber, Jungs, sauber. That's good.
So Germany with a lot of work to do if they're going to get their first win of this 2016 championship. And Russia, all of a sudden, if they could win this, they could be moving into joint second in the standings. And you know what, Kenny, with this important performance that we've seen this afternoon, I could see Russia getting a few more wins as well.
Yeah, certainly. They really have dictated the play and controlled it. They settled in very, very quickly. They didn't wait for a couple of ends to ease themselves into the game. They just went right after Germany from the get-go.
Well, I guess we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves, though. It is still only a one-shot game, although Russia have been quite dominant throughout. Still need to get themselves over the finishing line here in the 10th.
Länger. Länger. Halb Meter davor. Halb Meter davor.
Well, again, a misjudgment here by the Germans. Puts the 2 red guards side by side and a chance to make them both disappear here.
Alexei Stakalski.
Well, must be pretty close. They all got down with the brushes. Great shot. Opens up the centre of play. And if you're Alexei Timofeyev, you must be pretty happy with how this final end's panning out. Of course, with the last stone to win the game, you want to have as easy a shot as possible. And there's no guards that are going to thwart him as it stands. Just a wrap-up of the other games out there in session 3. Switzerland winning, Scotland winning as we just saw, Italy winning, and Norway are beating Denmark by 6 shots to 4 at the moment. With just a few shots to come there, and a few shots to come here as well in our featured game, Germany and Russia. Well, lovely draw here. Still very far away from the button. Loads of room to work with for Alexei Timofeyev. Well, Stukalski's going to have a go at the run back here, it looks like. Important not to miss this one on the inside. It's been pretty spectacular with the takeouts today. Is this another good one? Just a little bit on the high side, but opens up the shot stone. Now just two stones to come here for Germany.
Yeah, it's decision time really for Germany. Do they just try and split the house and leave Russia a draw to the 8 foot for the game? Or do they try and throw a centre guard and steal one here and go down the extra?
Well, final score here in session 3, Thomas Hulsfred and his Norwegian side picking up a 6-4 decision over Denmark and recovering from a disappointing loss against Scotland last night. Denmark falling to 1 and 2 now. 2 consecutive losses.
Drei muss er sein.
Well, Germany throw the guard here again and do leave an angle for Russia to go after the double. This is a potential game winner right here. A reminder, Russia don't have to score here in the 10th end, which could make that final shot just a little bit more straightforward. So just around a half stone contact required here for Timofeyev. Bit of a speed wobble on the way out. 89% on the takeouts here, Timofeyev, today. Well, that's a disaster.
Oh, from a great position, they are really looking up against it now. It just shows how one shot can change the end.
Yeah, you know, he knows his last shot is going to be a lot more difficult now. He's facing a couple of reds in the house. We saw something similar happen actually to Eve Muirhead this morning, so she managed to bail herself out with her last shot. We'll need to wait and see if Timofeyev can do the same.
Aber wenn du eher da rausgucken lässt, oder?
Hier an der Ding.
Eher da rausgucken lassen.
Dann perfekt dahinter.
Gerade vor den 4 Fuß. Perfekt dahinter.
Perfekt dahinter, vorne.
Genau hier.
Vorne 4.
Ja. Ah ja, das werden wir mal dahin. Also du hast den jetzt gerade ein bisschen
So just
geschmiert.
taking your time as a team to make a decision about absolutely exactly where this stone needs to be. Important sweepers know, because they're the ones that are going to be in control of the stone and putting it on that spot. Somewhere on the side of the button.
Also ich habe eben 15 gehabt.
Ja. Nee, ich habe 30 gehabt.
Ich habe 20 gehabt eben, also 10, 5,
Ja,
5 bis 10.
So just an anti-clockwise draw here. Alex Baumann 80% for his 5 draws. Looking for this kind of down just in front of the tee line somewhere.
Yeah, will be wanting to be tee high. You slip behind the tee, you're just leaving Russia just a follow shot. But they're going to have to go hard to get this one past the guard.
Oh, Alex. Well, it's a horrible shot from Alex Baumann there. You can see the disgust on his face, really. Just had to find his way into the house to lie to, and he's just left a wide open takeout now for Alexei Timofeyev to see this excellent performance through and put another W on the board.
Средний. О, поднять. Хорошая линия. Просто на пил идет. Поднять. Все хорошо.
And here it comes, right down, takes the red out of play, and no score here in the 10th. But Russia winners after 10 ends, 6-5 over Germany. Fairly dominant performance from the young Russian side. They're delighted with the result. Eighth end, and Russia looking to score a single point. Alexei Timofeyev makes it easy. Ninth end. Russia sitting 1, Germany with a chance to pick up 2. Alex Baumann just needs to hit and stay. But this one not coming across that centre line. And it was swept out of play, and it was only a single point. And in the 10th end, a wide open hit for Timofeyev of Russia to pick up their 2nd win here at the European Championship. And he makes it. And the handshake was offered. Russia now with 2 wins. Germany yet to get off the mark. Elsewhere though, Switzerland 10-2 winners over Finland. And defending European champions were beaten this afternoon by Scotland 8-4. Italy 9-6 winners over Austria. And Thomas Olsrud of Norway 6-4 winners over Rasmus Stjerna of Denmark. So here's the table. Switzerland, the only team yet to suffer a defeat, on 3-0. Italy, Norway, Russia, Scotland, Sweden are on 2 wins. and 1 loss. And then you see Austria, Denmark on 1 win, 2 defeats.
Alexei, congratulations. How does it feel to get your second win on the board today?
Лех, поздравляю тебя. Какие ощущения иметь уже 2 победы на этом турнире?
Спасибо за поздравления. Очень рады, что выиграли 2 игры, но надо также контролировать свои эмоции, оставаться в том же контроле и соблюдать все требования от тренеров и продолжать свою игру, держаться.
Thank you for congratulations. We are really happy to have these 2 important wins for us, but we need to keep going to just believe ourselves and just listen to our coaches and make our job.
What made the difference today to allow you to win the game?
Sorry?
What made the difference today to allow you to win the game?
Sorry, I don't understand.
How did you win today?
Как прошла игра, как мы добились сегодня победы, что было главным?
Мы контролировали всю игру, в принципе, сохраняли свой хаммер, нападали постоянно, были в роли атакующих, и в конце немножко эмоции дали о себе знать, но мы вытащили игру, все хорошо.
We were under control the whole game. We tried to control the hammer. We were playing a bit aggressive, but in the end we just lost our emotion control. But luckily we won.
And finally, are you enjoying yourself out there in your first European Championships?
Нравится ли тебе ощущение на чемпионате Европы, потому что для тебя первый турнир такого уровня?
Да, немного непривычно, страшно, но все очень.
A bit nervous, but everything is cool.
Thanks very much and good luck for the rest of the week.
Спасибо большое и удачи на следующих играх.
So that was winning skip Alexei Timofev, following his 6-5 win over Germany. So that's it for this afternoon's coverage here from Braehead on the outskirts of Glasgow. So from myself, Kenny Edwards and Logan Gray, thanks for listening.